The Western Cape Government's Regional Socio-Economic Programme, or RSEP for short, aims to uplift marginalised communities by employing the principles of spatial transformation. Primarily focused on the well-being of towns outside the Cape Town metro, RSEP addresses inequality through the upgrading of urban environments, the improvement of public spaces, and the delivery of much-needed community infrastructure and facilities.
And we started with urban upgrades that started looking at how we bring communities together, that creates an ecosystem for violence prevention and economic growth.
Having worked with 14 municipalities across the Western Cape, RSEP has had a major positive impact on local communities. Projects include better planning to connect and integrate towns, better and safer walkways, with a special focus on the needs of pedestrians and those who cannot afford transport, the beautification and landscaping of key areas and routes, the improvement and construction of public safety infrastructure, new local economic development projects, new community-centric projects, including community halls, public spaces, amphitheatres, as well as recreational and youth-focused facilities. Together, these projects, along with others that are in development, help redress the past and create a brighter future for the people of the Western Cape.
In planning this project, we first looked at where these RSEP projects would be the most important to place. We then went to the community through a full public participation process. And we spoke to the community, introduced what we wanted to do in the community, and then asked them to give us advice as to what they think, how this can be made better. And based upon that, we then decided where and what to do. In executing the RSEP program, our strategy was to concentrate on putting in place business nodes, local economic development units, coupled with pedestrian pathways, coupled with living units, as well as safety-related units. The idea was for us to connect all of these different units with pedestrian pathways and encourage our people to move from home to work through these specific pathways, thus creating the feed for people to work, but also for people to buy from the people in town. That also assists us when it comes to safety, because now we can all concentrate our cameras where most of our people walk. And that's how we decided to drive our projects.
In Swartland, we are firm believers of building sustainable partnerships with all our partners, whether it's provincial or national government, and locally, our communities. We are firm believers of the 4 E's, being to have energy, to energize other people, and then you've got the edge. But the important part is to execute.
The RSEP program is important for us because we have to create an environment for socio-economic development, where communities get the opportunity to also be part of their own development, and we want to put them in the center of their own development. In Malmesbury, we have entrepreneurs or the trading hubs. Some of them were operating from the backyard. Some of them were very strong in terms of what we want from these entrepreneurs. And this RSEP program is actually for us also a catalyst for change. And it can make a difference in our communities. Our municipal vision is hope and a dignified life for all. And I think we try with the RSEP program to do that.
Right at the beginning, we experienced that the community take ownership of that specific, we called the parks at that stage activity nodes, by means of using the facilities quite a lot. With RSEP, we also create life skills in the indoor-outdoor sports center.
From the start up to now, we could launch 8 projects, and therefore we value the partnership between the Western Cape government and Swartland municipality. It is crucial that we make use of external companies and businesses and developers to co-fund some of these projects, because the municipalities can no longer on its own fund projects like this?
Everything that we do is going to benefit our community, either in a small way or in a big way. Our biggest thing was the skateboard park, and we had to build a project around the skateboard park. And also it's a project where we thought, you know what, it's an area where people have to move through to work, and it's quite dark in the mornings and stuff like that. Then we started with the container system. It's to also soften the area and also have people all the time there.
Well, the impact of RSEP in this municipality has been significant because it specifically targets spaces where communities have struggled to establish either their economic activities in forms of informal trading, specifically our project, which is a traders hub. And the challenge was, how do we upgrade that space as an infrastructure project, but also consult with the communities and the individuals that use that space and the organizations so that it can also become an economic hub and a socially acceptable space for the community that use it.
RSEP had a huge impact in Bergrivier municipality, but I think the biggest impact was in Piketberg, where we extended Kalandula Street to give access to a part of the community to the hospital and to the central business area that was never there in the past. And the day that I will remember the best is the 3rd of August 2018, when we opened Kalandula Street and we had people from both communities in the one town, and Ward 3 and Ward 4, plus the leaders from the two schools, they all walked together towards the middle of Kalandula Street. And we cut a ribbon, and we made a circle, and we chanted, "One Piketberg, one Piketberg." And it was such a wonderful occasion where people could see that all the physical barriers of the past, it's not there anymore. And we can be truly one Piketberg also in spatial. And that was fantastic.
This has been an outstanding program, really has over time started to create that social cohesion space, that safe space that enables communities to find each other and grow the economy.